Great. All right, good evening. Welcome to the City of Tempe Housing Authority quarterly meeting. This meeting is being held virtually due to COVID. This meeting is taking place on Thursday, August 13th, 2020 at 5:30 p.m. Actually, the time right now is 5:39 p.m. So, due to concerns over COVID-19 exposure, the city has implemented measures to protect our community, including the closing of our council chambers and limiting public attendance to electronic means only. Members of the public may view the live meeting proceedings on Tempe Channel 11 or attend the meeting virtually through Cisco WebEx events by visiting www.tempe.gov/clerk for more information. With that said, item number 1 is call to the audience. Were there any comments, Madam Clerk, received on these items?
Carla, if you are speaking, we cannot hear you.
Sorry about that. I have 2 mute buttons. For these consent item agendas, we have no comments submitted. We do have some for the appeal item later.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much. All right, so we're going to move on here to item number 2 here. City of Tempe Housing Authority meeting minutes for May 7th, 2020. Do I have a motion to approve the May 7th, 2020 City of Tempe Housing Authority meeting minutes?
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay. Thank you, Councilmember Adams, excuse me. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, seconded by Councilmember Navarro. All right, so we had a first by Councilmember Adams, a second by Councilmember Navarro. I'm going to go ahead and call for a roll call vote here. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Councilmember Navarro.
Aye.
Councilmember Cubie.
Aye.
Councilmember Garland.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Keating.
Yes.
Councilmember Arredondo Savage. Councilmember Adams.
Aye.
And our resident member, Jack Drummond.
Aye.
And I vote aye as well. That therefore passes 7-0 with Councilmember Arredondo Savage absent. All right, next up, we have item number 3 here, Housing Authority Governing Board Quarterly Update, fiscal year end June 30th, 2020. I'm going to now call on Levon Lamy for an update. Levon.
Good evening, Tempe Housing Authority Board members. I'm Naomi Farrell, Human Services Director. With me tonight is Levon Lamy, Human Services Manager, Housing Manager. Tonight we will provide an update on the Tempe Housing Authority activities for the past fiscal year, a brief review of the Tempe Housing Authority, and updates on current programs and newly implemented programs. To broaden the services available for extremely low and moderate income households, the Tempe Housing Authority routinely applies for new grant programs while also adjusting existing programming based on community need. The Housing Authority has successfully added, at a minimum, 2 new programs or voucher allocations each year. Over the last 5 fiscal years, the THA has used this approach to increase direct housing assistance available to eligible families by $5 million, meaning an increase from $8.3 million in FY 16-17 to $13.3 million in FY 2021. The average cost of a housing subsidy per household is $10,000 per year. This program growth equates to an additional 500 households receiving assistance. Additionally, a multi-program unification approach helps increase access to affordable housing in Tempe through CDBG, home, and ESG funds. In total, this is an additional $2.7 million in funding. Between all programs and housing services, approximately 2,000 households per year are assisted in either a short or long-term capacity. At this time, I'll turn the presentation over to Levon Lamy.
Good evening, Housing Authority Governing Board. This is Levon Lamy. I manage housing services.
As for a program update on fully implemented program, the Housing Choice Voucher or Section 8 program has a full allocation of 1,052 vouchers. At this time, we are currently utilizing 96% of our vouchers being either leased or out for leasing. With some of the restrictions and stay-at-home of COVID, we have had a reduction in the number of families that are leased. However, we are actively pulling off of our waiting list, and our housing navigator is actively working to get more families out and in and on the program. Our HUD VASH program is fully leased with the 10 vouchers. Our mainstream program, which is a program specifically designed for non-elderly households with a disabled family member, has had 2 voucher increases over the last fiscal year, bringing us to 73 vouchers overall. We are actively pulling off the waiting list to bring in more families and get them leased out. Our Family Unification Program, which is the program we run in conjunction with the Arizona Department of Children's Services, has an allocation of 30 vouchers. We are currently bringing families in off the waiting list and are actively receiving referrals from Children's Services to fully utilize these vouchers. Our Bridge program, which we run in conjunction with Mercy Care and the Regional Behavioral Health Authority at 25 vouchers, is currently being leased up. We are currently receiving referrals from Mercy Care to put more families into this program. Our H2 program, which we also run with behavioral health, is specifically designed for individuals with general mental health or substance abuse issues, is actively taking referrals from behavioral health. We are currently leasing up on this program to get more families utilizing this. Our Home TBRA program, which has a maximum capacity of 50 vouchers. Now, this program is specifically designed to be a 2-year program. It is designed for individuals who are homeless or would be homeless, individuals or families who are homeless or would be homeless as a result of fleeing domestic violence. It is 24 months and designed for them to achieve self-sufficiency at the end of the 24-month period. We currently are bringing more families onto this program as we have had our regular turnover due to the end of the 2-year cycle and bringing new families in. So we're actively bringing people off this program, off this waiting list. The Home TBRA 2 program, which has up to 50 vouchers, it was created in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. This program is specifically designed for renters, individuals and families who are currently in a unit who have experienced an adverse financial impact due to the COVID-19. We assist them with a rental subsidy based on our other subsidy programs. The family is expected to pay 30% of their income towards rent. We would pay the rest. This is a 6-month subsidy program. It is specifically designed to get you through the end of the year so that you have time to recuperate or be able to find new employment and then get back on your feet. The Housing Navigator position, this position has actually completed, I believe, its 2nd full year. Over this last fiscal year, the Housing Navigator assisted 157 individuals or families with housing location. The affiliate nonprofit of the Tempe Housing Authority, this is the program where we can utilize some of the funding from CDBG to acquire units that then are managed by the Housing Authority's nonprofit as permanently affordable rental housing. At this time, we have 45 units that are currently owned. 30 of the units are currently leased. 5 of these units are being used as emergency units. 3 are being rehabbed and will be back out in production by the end of this month. And we currently have 7 houses under construction. So we have 0 units currently available. And as far as the affiliate with the units, we are entering our 2nd year. Actually, we're completing our 2nd year, with the affiliate and getting these units up and running. As for programs and application, continuing to work towards the development of a Tempe Envision Center, which is modeled after Hudson Vision Center concept. This is based on 4 pillars, all designed to promote family self-sufficiency, to, in short, create a one-stop shop so that an individual or a family is able to access all the resources they would need in order to move off of any type of government assistance and fully into self-sufficiency. The Continuum of Care Rapid Rehousing Program, these funds are put out on an annual basis. We are applying for the Rapid Rehousing Program. This is designed for individuals or families who are currently homeless. We will be submitting the application when that time is, when it is time to submit the application. Just as an aside, a new program has been issued since the preparation of the memo and this presentation. HUD has issued a Notice of Funding Availability, or NOFA, for a mobility demonstration program, which we are reviewing for suitability. The mobility demonstration would increase the number of vouchers and provide additional funding in order to assist moving specifically families from high poverty census tracts into low poverty census tracts, and helps to create that mobility as we continue to work through the application process and making sure that this is a program that would enhance what we're already doing with the Housing Authority. We would, of course, be coming back to the board for approval on that project as we move forward.
The Tempe Housing Authority received 2 awards of merit from the National Association of Housing and Redevelopment Officials. The first is for the Emergency Housing Program. On any given night in Tempe, more than 200 people lack shelter. This statistic prompted the Tempe Public Housing Authority and CARE 7, the city's crisis response program, to develop 3 units of emergency housing. The units serve extremely vulnerable residents who would otherwise remain on the streets while awaiting shelter, safe housing, and supportive services. At the time of application, the program served 54 households, and 88% of those households had successfully transitioned to stable housing and greater self-sufficiency. With the program showing success, 2 additional units have been added, and a sixth is currently being remodeled. The second program winning a merit award is the Workforce Development Program. Participants in all of Tempe's housing programs have household incomes that fall within the extremely low and very low range of area median income. Despite receiving rental assistance, the households struggle to make ends meet and have significant barriers to increasing self-sufficiency. In partnership with Maricopa County, the Tempe Housing Workforce Development Program has provided nearly 170 participants with workforce-related services. In addition, Housing Services, in collaboration with Community Development and Economic Development, is a finalist for the 2020 Urban Land Institute Larson Housing Policy Leadership Award, which recognizes innovative public sector solutions to the nation's affordable housing crisis. According to ULI, Tempe is notably looking outside the federal funds box to create boutique programs that provide a wide range of services and rent subsidies in the community. The city's affordable housing strategy, meanwhile, is aimed at smart growth and helping ensure that development is more predictable for developers and residents. ULI's Leadership Award winner will be announced in October. Congratulations to all of housing staff and to our many partners. This concludes our presentation this evening, and we welcome any comments and questions at this time.
Thank you so much, Naomi and Levon. I see Councilmember Cubie.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A quick question, Levon, and if you can't answer, I could hear in a Friday packet, but of the 1,000+ vouchers that we have in the first category, Section 8, what percentage of them end up in Tempe homes or Tempe apartments?
Councilmember Cubie, I don't know the exact number off the top of my head. However, of the 1,052 vouchers, we only have the ability to lease those vouchers within the jurisdictional boundaries of the city of Tempe. We do currently have, well, let me rephrase that. The last time I looked, we had 20 individuals and or families who had chosen to go portable, so they've either moved to Phoenix, Mesa, Maricopa County, or any of the other 2,400 public housing authority jurisdictions across the country. So the short answer is, the vast majority are leased here in Tempe.
Thanks, that's all I need to know. And I just want to thank you guys, because this information is so valuable for our residents to see, and I so appreciate that you put it up on the website. And how long can you let us know when it's available? Because I love to post about it and tell people to look and see what we're doing in the areas of vouchers and such.
It should be available by Monday morning. It's posted as we post to the clerk, as we provide to the clerk's office, but I will make sure that it's up and available for you.
Thanks for doing that. It's so important that our residents learn about what we're doing. I so appreciate all the work you're doing, Levon. And Naomi, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Councilmember Cubie. Any other council members or Mr. Drummond have any comments or questions for staff?
Yes. Levon, I was wondering, the 7 units that you have under construction, could you describe those types of units?
Absolutely. Board Member Drummond, the 7 units that are currently under construction are detached single-family residences. When we were working with the architect and with the developer and construction companies, we were intentionally designing these units, intentionally thinking about workforce families. These houses are 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, right around 2,000 square feet. We did intentionally design them with oversized garages with the thought in mind that families, particularly some of the families that we work with as in workforce, you have painters, plumbers, HVAC technicians who have their trucks with the ladder racks and the ladders and their toolboxes, and many times their tools are stolen at night. So we did specifically engineer the garages to be oversized so that they would be able to fit up to an Ford F-250 or a Chevy 2500 with a ladder rack, ladder, and full toolbox in the garage, so that when they got home they could shut the door and not have to worry about their tools being stolen or the truck being bothered, since for a lot of families that would be their sole source of income or the primary source of income. And we are hopeful that the construction will be complete early next year. They are units that would be put into the affiliate, so they would be permanently affordable rental housing with a maximum income limit of 80% of the area median income.
Excellent. Thank you, Levon.
Great. Thank you, Board Member Drummond. Any other council members have any comments or questions? All right, hearing none, this was only an item for information, but no actions needed. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and adjourn the meeting at 5:57 p.m. Thank you, everyone.